This video is about this Q3, which if you saw from the caption, we've actually put a whopping big screen in to replace the rather antiquated system in it. So before we actually do the job, I quickly came down to the vehicle, which is actually mid-start doing another project, but before we actually change the screen, I thought we'd get a before shot. So here's the head unit ready to come out, which we just need to get the connections behind, and there is the old screen. The little old flip-up screen, which I think is about a 6-inch, it might be 6.5. Anyway, it's small, so small the camera can't even focus on it properly. I can go back out a bit. And then we're going to replace that with a whopping big 10-inch touchscreen, which supports Android Auto and wireless CarPlay, based on Linux, not that rubbish Android stuff. And it's all going to work through the original controls as well. Keep watching, because in about a couple of hours, or in your case a couple of seconds, it will all be fitted. And what do you know, it's fitted. Couple of hours roughly, maybe a little bit longer, but the ZZ2 display is all fitted. 10.2-inch touchscreen, high res, incredible. Barely looks like the same dashboard, so that antiquated screen is gone, and now we've got a full touchscreen now with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and it's brought forward because, as you saw in the last image, the screen's actually further back. You might think it's harder to reach. Now, if I can get my camera actually in here, you can see it's got a factory finishing housing, which is a great match to the mottled effect dashboard, which allows this screen to bring further forward, which is actually reachable. So even if you're 5'6" and have the steering wheel quite close to you, or in this case, what I'm trying to say, if you're 6'6" and the seat further back, you're going to be able to reach it without leaning forward too much. Now let's get my phone actually connected to show you what Apple CarPlay looks like on this screen. So what you want to do is you're going to want to search the devices, and then you're going to look for the name, which in this case is going to be Car BT280. They all got individual names. And then I'm going to hit pair, hit allow, and then I'm going to wait for my phone to say, do you want to do CarPlay? Hit connect. And then we're going to wait for it to do its handshake via Bluetooth and then switch over to Wi-Fi, just like so. And now we've got wireless Apple CarPlay. Absolute brilliant bit of kit. I can now use a touchscreen to navigate through all the apps I'd possibly want. In this case, the customer's more than likely going to want sat-nav apps like Google Maps, Waze navigation, TomTom if you pay for it, and even Apple Maps. Also, music apps are useful: Spotify, YouTube Music, Tidal. They're all going to appear on here, so you can go into your favorite music, go to last played, go to library, go to downloads. I haven't got any downloaded stuff on it, or I could just go to Megamix and up comes my, let's see what I like listening to. And then all the factory controls are going to work, so steering wheel controls are going to work, your factory Audi stuff's also going to work. And then if you want to access your factory Audi stuff, you don't lose it. All you do is you go to the home screen, and where it says display, which is the manufacturer brand, you touch that, and that will take you to the home screen where you can then use your Audi functionality, just like the original one would be. Yeah, it is a good bit of kit, really good. I rate it. We've done a few of these now. I'm trying to think how many we've done now. Done a few Mercedes, a couple of BMWs, and we've got 3 Audis in all today. And then to actually view the Audi operating system, I would assume you just touch the Audi logo. Hey, there you go. Now, it's going to split the screen up. Reason being is because you can imagine the Audi resolution is on that small screen, so this is just a logo to make sure it doesn't stretch or make the image all like stretched, etc. So now, if I zoom out a bit, you can actually see I can still just navigate all through the settings on the screen and actually still get access to all my Audi menu. Not that you're going to go in there much, but I guess what you might want is you might want to go into things like tyre pressure warning sensor, reset it, or if there's any kind of car information that you may want, so you know, drive select, efficiency, comfort, you might want still access to all that. So once you've done all that, you then touch the screen, it takes you back to the ZZ2 operating system. You can then touch CarPlay to go back to CarPlay. Absolute cracking bit of kit. And if I bring it back to my perspective, that's where my head is. It doesn't cause any blind spot whatsoever. It sits really nicely in there and really easy to use. And there is the box for it, just in case you're wondering. But yeah, this is Connor from John Kleis Car Audio. This is an Audi Q3 platform. We can also do the A1 platform and pretty much all the Audis. In fact, there's an SQ5 in our workshop right now, which I will do a video on shortly, and you can see what that one looks like finished as well. This is Connor, this is John Kleis. See you later.